It is time for the PPL Semi-Finals, and our opponent today is arguably the best Draft League player, PokeaimMD. Needless to say, I am incredibly excited to play Joey. Was definitely on my Draft League bucket list, but haven't been able to make it this far. The main goal is to make finals and win the whole thing. Obviously, Joey has a very scary team, and he has been able to use it very well this season. Despite not picking up an S tier, Urshifu Rapid Strike has been performing like an S tier. Arboliva and Entei are very good Terra captains with the ability to really cause issues. Screamtail is a very annoying Pokemon that can stop us from setting up with Encore and Roar, or it can just set up and win itself with a booster energy set with either Calm Mind or Bulk Up. Thundurus is very fast, and with Nasty Plot, it hits my team very hard. I am actually quite scared of a Rain Dance Thundurus set to enable an offensive Overqwil that also looks very strong into me. If it's not offensive, a defensive Overqwil set is still very viable here to deal with the Meowscarada. I could also see Metagross and or Piloswine show up to this game since they can get up Stealth Rocks and still be pretty good Pokemon into the matchup, be it defensively or offensively. Cyclizar, Sableye, and Ice-Q are Pokemon I am not expecting to show up at all, so if those do show up, we are going to be in trouble. Our team this week features Choice Specs Keldeo that can really punch a hole through my opponent's entire team. But the star of the show is meant to be our setup Sinistcha with Mental Herb to stop Screamtail from encoring us into Iron Defense or Strength Sap, allowing the combination of Shadow Ball and Machagacha to hit my opponent very hard. If you want to watch the full team builder, there will be a link in the description down below. I know you guys are as excited as I am for this game, so let's just get into it. All right, everybody, it is time for PPL Semi-Finals. We are taking on PokeaimMD. We're taking on Joey. This is my first time ever battling Joey, so I am super excited. I'm a little scared of his team. I expected the Entei to come over the Arboliva, but everything else is kind of what I'm expecting to come, to be honest. The Arboliva could be a little bit annoying. The good thing about Arboliva, though, is that no matter what Terra type it Terra's into, it's always going to lose to Iron Treads, so that might make it a little bit more manageable, but outside of that, everything seems to be here. I hope he doesn't do Rain, because Rain would be a little bit annoying, but our dedicated lead is going to be Uxie, and turn one, we're just going to try to trick something of Flame Orb, because we want to cripple that Overqwil if that's what ends up leading. We want to cripple the Arboliva, the Screamtail, whatever he wants to go into. We want to give it a Flame Orb, we want to take away their item, and when we want to make them take damage. So that's our line of play. We're going to lead off with Uxie. Good luck, have fun to Joey. Like I said, first time ever playing, so I'm definitely very excited, but it is semi, so I really do want to win. So let's see what he ends up leading off with. So he leads off with this guy. Okay. Actually, this might be kind of fine because there's no way he clicks Substitute in front of me, right? There's no way. Like, I think he might just go Overqwil hard. Like, I think he might U-turn and just go Overqwil. So our play is 100% always to click Trick no matter what, so that's what we're going to do. He is just going to U-turn. Okay, perfect. That did 354 down to 238. So I need to calc that damage. And we're going to see Cragis. So this is just going to be the Thundurus. Okay, not the ideal target, but you know what? We'll take it. What is Thundurus running? Is it running Boots? Is it running... What is Thundurus running? Heavy Duty Boots. Okay, so I mean, I guess we'll be immune to hazards. I was kind of expecting and hoping the Quillfish would come in, but it didn't, so that's fine. And I think our play now is just to go ahead and set up a set of Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I think we just want to go ahead and set up rocks. So let's see what Thundurus decides to do here. He just decided to Thunderbolt. That's fine. 238 down to 121, so we were able to live that quite well. And we can get up our rocks, which are going to be pretty nice to weaken down everything. I think the play here is always just going to be go Rotom. We will be able to preserve our Uxie, and we can sack it in front of the Urshifu. So Urshifu seems to potentially be Jolly. Nah, Urshifu is adamant for sure. And I'm expecting him to be like Protective Paths because he didn't think much about U-turning on the Uxie. So you know what? We are just going to go ahead and switch out into our Rotom Heat, because if he goes for another Thunderbolt, then it will be fine and it will not be a problem at all. Let's see what Joey decides to do here. Let me get up his Thundurus just so I can see damage. Thunderbolt, 285 down to 210. So that did 75 HP, which is obviously a pretty decent amount. But that seems to be just like, you know, your standard offensive set. I am kind of tempted just to go ahead and fire up an Overheat because he doesn't really have a great switch into Overheat on his entire team, to be honest. I don't want to Volt Switch, because if I end up Volt Switching, I will then have to go out into, like, Meowscarada to... nah, I don't know. I don't even know what he's going to click, so you know what? I am just going to go ahead and click Overheat. I am just going to go ahead and click Overheat. He'll find out we're Scarfed, but honestly, that's not that big of a deal. So we don't end up picking up the kill. I'll see if he just goes for the U-turn or not. He just goes for Focus Blast, and he's going to miss. Okay, so we have an incredible track record of just dodging Focus Blasts, and you know what? People keep bringing it against me, so I will absolutely take it. This thing is dead upon re-entry, so don't think there's any way he's going to go ahead and preserve this thing unless he wants it for a sack. So we will just go ahead and click Overheat again. He is just going to withdraw. Okay, I couldn't see him going to like Screamtail, like to set up screens. I think that's Meister. That's the Overquill. You know what? Damage on Overquill is fine by me, so damage on Overquill is absolutely fine by me. So it is Intimidate, which we were expecting. Overheat, how much it's going to do? You know what? I'll take that. That's probably, what, like 25% at -2? So he's probably like a pretty bulky build, because I think he either sets up a spike or he could just go for a water move, which is kind of what I'm expecting because it covers for the treads coming in as well. You know, I think Keldeo is a perfectly fine play here, just because he doesn't have great Keldeo answers on his entire team anyways. So we will just go ahead and just go Keldeo. This thing doesn't get Thunder Wave or anything, so we should be fine. He is just going to set up a spike. That's obviously a little bit annoying, but we should be able to spin pretty freely on the entire team, so it might not be that big of a deal. We don't see an item, so it's not Black Sludge. It's most likely going to be the Rocky Helmet. I don't think he goes Arboliva. I think his initial pivot is going to be Screamtail to potentially set up like webs, not webs, screens. So I think we just click Surf here. We just click like Spec Surf. I do see the Screamtail come in here. Now he's just gonna sack off his Thunderous. You know what? That's perfectly fine. That's a very, very fair play. He doesn't exactly know what we're locked into at the moment, so G-Tree. Okay. Arboliva comes in. Arboliva is definitely an annoying fucking Pokemon. Honestly, he maybe expects the Arboliva, the Sinistra, to come in, but I'm not gonna use Sinistra early game at all, so we're just gonna use it like late game. So I'm definitely going to go into Rotom here. I think it's a middle ground. Let's see what Joey clicks here. Giga Drain. Okay. He just clicks the Giga Drain. I'm tempted to just go ahead and Volt Switch, honestly. I'm very tempted to just go ahead and Volt Switch. I think that's what I might do, but I'm not convinced he will stay in and just let me have this. And if he does, he Terras, then I can scout for the Terra. So you know what? I'll just go ahead and Volt Switch. We don't see an item on this thing, right? Because it took rocks and you didn't see leftovers. So it's very possible it's like Citrus Berry, Maranga Berry, something like that. So he is just going to switch out. That's what I expected. Do we see Screamtail? Do we see, it's Tay-Tay. Ooh, we see the Urshifu. Is this fucking, there's no shot this is, there's no shot this is a weakness policy, right? Oh my god, that brought him down all the way down to 1 HP. Holy schmucks. It could be Scarfed. We don't know that. It could 100% be Scarfed. Close combat doesn't kill me, so you know what? I will just go Keldeo. I'll get a spike up, and that will be 12%. I honestly have no reason not to just go ahead and click Vacuum Wave, I think, so that's what I'll do, just in case he is Scarfed. Because if he was Scarfed, then I was just taking a massive amount of damage on my Keldeo, and it was just didn't seem worth it at all. So we'll just go ahead and Vacuum Wave, because if he decides to bring in his Screamtail now, I'm in a position where I can just go into Iron Treads and potentially spin. Dustin, this is the Metagross, right? Yeah, this guy is definitely a very scary Pokemon. This guy definitely in the scary realm. Kind of tempted to just go Uxie at this point, because I can Encore it. I can Encore if it decides to go for like Iron Defense. Unless he's running like a lot of speed for me, but honestly, if Metagross is running that much speed, then it's like it's missing out on some serious bulk. So let's see. Earthquake. Okay, we got that prediction like kind of right, which is nice. I guess I'll just go ahead and Encore him into Earthquake. If he decides to stay in, then that's fine. Okay, he switched out. I think that's also fine. What does he go out into? Overquill, G-Tree? Okay, this guy. This thing. This thing. Do I want to trick it and get rid of its item? Giving it boots would not be ideal. You know what? I think potentially getting rid of his item could be worse. So I'm just going to go ahead and trick, and I'm going to take whatever item he has. We'll see if it's like a Citrus Berry, yeah, it is a Citrus Berry. Okay, that's kind of what I figured it would be. So we get to steal the Citrus Berry, which is pretty on brand, and we get to be pretty healthy here. And he just goes for another Giga Drain. Okay. I guess I could have just gone Rotom there. It would have been pretty free, but It's fine, I guess. I can Encore him into Giga Drain now, and I can go Rotom. I can Encore him into Giga Drain, and I can go Rotom. And we can go on from there, I guess. Yeah, 21%. So we can still come in, and I can still sack this thing to something if I need to. We could also just go Meowscarada, and we can click. We can pretty safely click a button here, honestly. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Because even if he Terras, he's going to be locked into Giga Drain anyways. So it's not like it's like the absolute end of the world. Let's just go into Meow. He's obviously going to Giga Drain. I don't think it's going to do that much. Yeah, it's not doing that much damage. And we're pretty free to just go ahead and U-turn here, because I think he might just bring in his Overquill anyways. Okay, so he is going to Terra. That's good, because we get to see what he Terras into. I'm expecting Poison, I guess, if it's for this yeah, Terra, that's Terra Poison, right? No, it's Terra Fairy. Okay. We can go ahead and fire off a big U-turn. I am running out of battery on my controller, which is not nice. So let me go ahead and get charging. I could sack Uxie right now, and then I can go Iron Treads and fire off a Heavy Slam that way, and that might end up working out. Or I could just go Rotom. Rotom probably doesn't do much. Like, I can trick it, which is nice, and I can trick it at Choice Scarf, so I can't keep switching up moves. But honestly, I don't need the Assault Vest on Treads that much, so I will just go ahead and sack Uxie. I'll go into into Iron Treads, and I will just go ahead and just click Heavy Slam. Quick Heavy Slam should be a 2-hit KO no matter what. Because he is Terra Fairy. I think even though he might just go into the Overquill, I'm pretty sure Heavy Slam is a pretty safe click here. Because I can just go, yeah, I have pretty safe switches. Now that this thing is Terra, I can definitely click just water moves, and that's fine. So Heavy Slam, that does about 75%, so this seems to be physically defensive. Giga Drain won't be doing that much, and we should now be able to just click Heavy Slam again and pick up the kill. How much does High Horsepower do if this thing is fully physically defensive? Because it definitely looked that way, because Heavy Slam did about 70%-ish. He's out of range, but you know what? We'll just go ahead and click Heavy Slam again. No reason for me not to do that. He is going to withdraw, probably go into Overquill, but like I said before, I think this is kind of fine. Because, oh, he's just going to go Metagross? Yeah, he's just going to go Metagross. Okay. He just goes Metagross. How much does he take from this Heavy Slam? Now, this thing might be, like, Weakness Policy, and obviously I don't want that. I think my play into Rotom is still fair. I think it's still fine to go into Rotom here. I don't know if he hard predicts it, and if he does, then obviously fair play, but he would have to click Stone Edge to be able to kill me. And then I can just go Meowscarada again and click Knockoff. So he's just going to trick me. Okay. Well, is it Iron Ball? Is it the ground item? Oh, it was just Scarfed. No, nice. Nice interaction. That was a crazy interaction. He's just going to have to switch out here, honestly, because otherwise he's going to be locked into Trick. If he does Trick, what's the least valuable item that I have? Probably Meow's Protective Pad, so I guess I will just go ahead and do that, because I don't want to overheat. Actually, if I overheat, the Arboliva definitely dies, and if he goes Scream Tail, then I can just go ahead and go Iron Treads. So, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and click Overheat. We might be able to just kill this Metagross. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I think the Scream Tail might come out now, which is annoying. Or it might be the Arboliva, and Arboliva obviously is going to be, like, pretty healthy again. Carnage. Okay, this thing comes out. Okay, now, definitely very scary. Is it Booster Energy? Yes, it is. Okay, Booster Energy speed? Yeah, okay. All right, this might be a little annoying. So if he's Booster, I could see him go for a Bulk Up. Honestly, I could see him going for a Bulk Up. And if he goes for a Bulk Up, that could be pretty bad. So I'm kind of tempted to just go hard Sinistra. That's kind of what I want to do. Because I'd expect him to be physical maybe instead of being Calm Mind. Just because of Iron Treads. Just because of the Iron Treads. Do I think Bulk Up? Do we think... I think Sinistra is a better play right now. Because if he does go for he does go for bulk up, I'd expect it to be... I'd expect it to be physical, but let's see. No, it is just special. Okay, it's just Calm Mind. All right. Fuck, that might be a problem. How much are we doing? It's not weakness policy or anything, so I kind of feel like I might be able to just spam Shadow Ball. Am I gonna lose to Scream Tail? Honestly, I think I just have to go ahead and Shadow Ball it. He's just gonna Dazzling Gleam. Okay, how much is this gonna do? Decent amount of damage. How much does Shadow Ball do? Probably like 40 if I had to guess. Potentially something like, yeah, something like 40. Another Dazzling Gleam might pick me off, but I think we just go ahead and click Shadow Ball again. I'd assume he has Dazzling Gleam. Oh, he just goes for another Calm Mind. Okay. This might be getting a little scary, because I don't know if my Iron Treads is going to be able to live a hit now. How much does this do? About 30%. He's going to be at 25% now. Okay. Let's just go ahead and Shadow Ball again. He just clicks Dazzling Gleam. Okay, if I was Terra Steel there, then I would maybe make that 50-50 play. Let's see how... Okay, so let me actually calc this appropriately. Sinistra. Dazzling Gleam at +1 was doing about 50%, so I do think he's like max. Iron Treads. Flamethrower, I guess. +2. Yeah, that is killing me, I think. So if he has a Psychic move... I mean, I guess the only way I don't lose is if he doesn't have... a... Either he's not like max special attack, which he seems to be max special attack. He seems to be max special attack. I might be at 167. 167 puts me at 52%. So if he doesn't have any investment, then we can live a hit. If he has investment, then he probably just kills us. So it just depends. It looks like he was max special attack though. It looks like he was just max special attack. He's got the Focus Blast and he misses. Dude, we have an insane track record of just dodging Focus Blast. Holy crap, it's actually insane at this point. It's actually insane at this point. I'm insane at dodging Focus Blasts. Holy cow. I'm insane at dodging Focus Blasts. That's just my brand right now, is I just dodge Focus Blasts. The battle is canceled. Oh my god, he's probably so upset, and rightfully so. I think if he lands that, he probably... Not probably. I think he wins. I guess it would come down to then, unless he has a Psychic coverage move, which then he just clicks that on Rotom anyways. But we beat Joey, and I mean, I know people are gonna be so upset, and rightfully so, obviously, that I beat Joey with 2 Focus Blast misses. I don't know what to say. Obviously, it does suck, but it's like... It's Pokemon. It's just like, it's the way that the game goes. GG to Joey. I'm not sure if he's going to want to do a post-game interview with me after that, but for what it's worth, it's not my fault. I would have rather lost in a clean game than win this way, but we are in PPL Finals, I guess, so that's exciting.